3,000 RPM.
Stop playing with that. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll stop playing.
All right. Hey guys, this is Parneet from Dash Car Production. This is my good buddy Andre.
Back again.
Back again. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. So today I'm really excited for today's video because we are in the
BRZ
2022. So it's very exciting because this is Gen 2. A lot of improvements. There's lots to talk about. Overall, our first initial impressions, you know, looks amazing. Like, let's talk about the looks. What do you think? The outside first.
Good improvement. Nice refresh of the design. They've added some nice little things like the little air.
There's functional air ducts.
Air ducts, yeah.
That cool down the brake. That's crazy because the Supra has fake, you know, ducts.
Yeah.
And this car, which is like half the price, has air ducts in it.
Has functional air ducts.
It just goes to show, like, and we'll go over it.
And this costs how much?
33,000. And Porsche's what, 60-ish?
And the Supra?
60-ish thousand. So, and you know, and that kind of goes with this car. They put a lot of time and effort in this car, and it really shows.
Yeah,
like they really improved everything about this car. Like, it looks way better. It looks a little more meatier, a little more mean. I kind of like the overall look. Now, I will say, I do like the Toyota front grille. I like that more rectangle box versus this one, but I still think it looks beautiful. Can't go wrong with each one.
Preference.
It's really preference,
I like
right?
this one more.
I like the back end too. It's really, like, it's more bulky, more meaner, looks a lot more aggressive. Overall, the design, they kept it simple overall, and it's literally an improvement of the first gen.
Yeah.
Much
better improvement. I'd say about a 20% improvement.
Yeah, it's just way better. Yeah,
from one gen to the next, it's a big
improvement. Like when we talk about the WRX, that's not an improvement.
It's slower, more horsepower, nicer design. I like how they integrated also that spoiler back there as well.
Or like the lip duct.
Yeah,
yeah, it's really clean. Yeah. Like, everything's so well thought out. Like it's a beautiful design. Now, do you like the Toyota version more or this one?
I prefer this version.
Yeah, you do?
I prefer the look of this version.
I prefer the Toyota one, as I mentioned earlier, but maybe if I see the Toyota one in person, it might change my mind. But overall, they nailed the design. It looks so nice.
The interior is super nice too.
Let's talk about interior.
Very sleek.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is Alcantara, but it feels like Alcantara.
On the side of the door trims.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that they added it right there on the center.
Oh, above the dash as well. Yeah, the air vents look super sporty. Got like the circular Mercedes look to it.
Yeah, I like that.
Very clean design. The infotainment, the way it looks and shape, it seems kind of odd, dated. Doesn't seem fully integrated, but like,
I don't know. I like it. It seems more techy to me.
It seems very basic. You know what I mean? Like, kind of cheap looking. I mean, that's a small knock, but like overall, I think it looks really nice. Driving position. This is huge for me because the WRX and STI, I did not like the driving position. I told you many times.
I know.
I would say right off the bat, you sit low, and the way your arms sit, like my left arm and my right arm, they're sitting on the armrest. They're even.
Oh yeah.
Not like WRX where one's up, one's low. I hated that, right? And now when I grab the shifter and shift gears, it's so comfortable. I feel like I'm in a fighter jet, right? Like that low position, arms in a really good position, leveled up.
Yeah, the car hugs you.
Yeah, and speaking of the seats, oh yeah, it hugs you really nice. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah, good bolstering on the seats. And
yeah, great looking car. And you actually were in the old version.
I drove the old version, yeah. I drove it once.
What are your overall thoughts in like 10 seconds?
It was okay, but it didn't feel like this.
Yeah, this feels like... It
didn't feel like this.
The
old version was very much like...
very basic.
Yeah, it was more basic. It felt very Miata-like.
Felt very Gen 1.
Yeah, but we'll see how this drives. See how this feels.
Yeah, we'll see how this feels. But otherwise...
Much great improvement, I gotta say. They put a lot more.
Yeah, and I love, like, I'm gonna stress it again, the driving position. And I think that's a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's so important for a true, you know, driver's car.
Yeah.
Like, it feels good. Feels so good. So let's give this for a rip. So starting the car, you get a nice little vibration. You know,
a little rumble.
Little rumble, feels sporty. Let's put a belt on. The digital cluster is really nice. Yeah, it's really nice digital cluster. So a couple things I want to mention here regarding the driver position is, well, the driving dynamics. So the driving position, in my thought, they nailed it. A couple things that I want to make sure, how the shifter feels. That's very important to me. I don't want a lot of slop or wiggly. I want tight shifting. And we're going to talk about that torque dip, because in the Gen 1 there was a massive torque dip after 4,000 RPM, and then it comes back exactly the same as the WRX, and it just destroyed the driving experience.
I'm gonna grab the mic here.
We have a different setup here. Andre's holding the mic. So this now has a 2.4 engine. It's just more displacement, more power, 228 horsepower and 184
5-ish.
Yeah, 5-ish pound-feet of torque. So we upped the power game, and people say the dip is not there, but Subaru is a dash there, and it does show a slight dip, but will we actually feel that? And we're gonna find that out. So let's go. Oh, excuse me. So let's go.
Yeah, numbers don't always translate to real world feel as well. So
right off the bat, the clutch is super light. I don't know if I like that or not, but it's awfully light. So first gear, we're gonna shift to second gear.
Oh, it sounds nice.
It sounds nice. The sound, it does sound nice, but the problem is it's fake. They pipe it in, so I don't know how actually good this car actually sounds. Me personally, I don't care that it's piped in. As long as it sounds good and it adds to experience, I'm super happy. But yeah, you do hear the car go. Or like you hear the sound and you feel it.
Yeah. You can feel it too.
So
it's a little augmented.
Yeah, like you feel. Oh. So our second gear, just at 3,000 RPM.
How does it feel on the bumps?
Actually feels great on the bumps.
Sturdy?
Yeah. Like obviously it's lower, it's just, you know, it's gonna be a different suspension, but like it handles it really well.
It doesn't feel too hard though.
No, not at all. You know, it feels
still comfy.
Honestly, it feels more, I hate to say it, but like compared to the STI, which I sold by the way, and we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah.
It feels more comfortable, doesn't it? This is a very bumpy road.
It is a very bumpy road.
Yeah. So the shifting feel is actually fantastic. That was one thing I was worried about, but like they really nailed it. Like it's very tight, very crisp. It really reminds me of the STI shifting.
So you get that very responsive click.
Yeah, it's very tight. I like that, very linear.
Yeah, this car feels great on these little bumps and stuff.
Yeah, this feels amazing. The steering, it feels really numb, but very direct. Like you don't really feel much out of it, but all cars are going this way.
Yeah, I think it's because everyone's going electronic now. They're getting away from hydraulic steering.
Yeah.
I like that sound though. It's good.
Yeah, the sound coming through is actually, it sounds good. Like I don't really care if it's fake or not. As long as it sounds good, I'm happy.
Now apparently, there's a clip somewhere in the dash where if you unclip it, you'll get rid of that sound.
Yeah, so there's always a way.
Pro tip, guys, there's always a way. Especially with Subaru, there's always a way.
Okay, let's go second gear. We're at about 2,000 RPM. Let's give it some gas. Let's see if there's a dip.
Yeah, you can hear it too. But it's there. But it's very fun. It goes.
Let's go. That is fun. All right, let's do that again. First gear, we're gonna switch to second. Feels real good. And let's give it.
Not bad.
Yo, this car is awesome. Wow.
This thing goes. A peppy little car.
Yeah. Does it have rev match?
About that I don't know.
No, no rev match. No rev. That's okay. Let's take this corner. Woo.
Oh, it does kick out the back, eh?
Oh, this is fun car. Wow, like you tell it steers very well. Like it just moves, and that's with a shorter wheelbase. You know, the car just rotates really easy.
It's really
I want to make
low.
one more pass. This is way too fun.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
Like, it's not crazy power, right? But it's enough. You feel a little kick. It pushes you back. And I can confirm that you don't feel that dip in power.
Yeah.
So after 4,000 RPM, it doesn't increase in power, but it doesn't fall flat. But around the 5,000 RPM, then it surges again. You get another woof of power. This is a fantastic car, guys. And when we do this car reviews, I only do one pass. So me doing a second pass just shows you that this is a good car. Fun. Keyword fun. I love the driving position. It's great. I mean, it holds pretty well.
No, planted.
It's planted, yeah.
Some people say the back end will kick out on you, but no, it seems pretty planted.
Yeah, it seems really planted.
Mind you, we're driving on a dry road right now.
Of course we are.
That makes a difference.
This has enough power in my opinion. I mean, it's not crazy.
It's a street car too, right?
It's a street car.
This isn't a track car. Although, if you turboed this, you could track this pretty...
I mean, you could track it no matter what, but I see what you're saying, like, there's potential to be made.
There's always a way.
There's always a way to make more power. All right, so we got Andre in the car. Let's get his opinion. Tell me about that driver position, because I'm going to keep talking about it. It's so important to me.
This is an awesome driver position. Yeah, like you said, the whole car just hugs you right in. You sink in. You feel really sucked into the cockpit. It's almost like you're in a jet.
Yeah, because this is about the driving experience, right? And that's when I want to really focus.
I love where the shifter's also positioned. It's positioned in a spot where it's really comfortable to grab, right? You're not... The shifting is not very far. You get a really short shift here, which is nice too. You have a handy brake, thank God. That's nice to see. You could actually do some things with this thing around corners, so that's good to see. Yeah, I like the seating position. This is a little high, but that's kind of normal here.
Yeah, it is pretty high, but that's okay.
What would you call this? Where the door and the window meet?
Yeah,
kind of high, but that's to be expected when you're sitting in such a low car.
Speaking of low, this car has a lower center of gravity than the Porsche Cayman.
Oh, really?
Yes. So like that,
that's
you know,
awesome.
It goes back to like, you know, like this car is very well designed. It doesn't seem like a very flawed car. It seems like this is the budget. Let's do the best we can. And it sounds like they've done a really good job so far.
Yeah, the clutch feels muted. Oh, the shifter's nice though. Oh, that feels nice. Very STI feeling. Oh, I like that shifter. Very responsive.
Yeah, I was praying they didn't put that WRX transmission, and they did not, so I'm very happy with it. But...
Oh yeah, it's got some throat to it.
And how the brakes?
The brakes feel good. They stop you.
Yeah.
It's a very comfy car to drive too. For such a low car,
it feels...
A lot of low cars are very bouncy, right? Any little bump you feel it or you'll bottom out. I wouldn't feel concerned about that.
No,
I wouldn't be concerned about that with this car.
And I will say hands down, this is more comfortable than my STI.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Shockingly,
it is. In these lower cars, a lot of times these things will just
they'll
rattle everywhere and bounce around everywhere.
Yeah, and speaking of rattles, do you hear any rattles?
No rattles, nothing. Mind you, we don't have the music blaring or anything. But
that's fine. But like the STI at 10 kilometers, it was rattling.
Really?
Yes.
Well, this one's got how many on the clock? This one's got
1,300, and I don't hear anything. That's a very good start.
No weird rattles, no noises, so that's good.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, yeah, was the partnership with Toyota and Subaru. They've come together and really made an excellent car in my opinion.
Yeah, the fit and finish.
The fit and finish is fantastic.
Okay, what do we have here? 3,000 RPM.
Oh. Okay, so we're about 5 kilometers. Don't launch the car, but just give it some gas. Like, don't... And give it.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Oh.
This This car is great.
I did notice the traction control light come on,
Yeah.
so this thing was doing some skids.
Just a little bit.
It's a good thing I don't own a car like this. I'd wrap it around a pole in a couple days.
This is such a fun car.
Oh, this thing definitely has a lot of potential and this thing's really fun to drive. For a little car, you can whip it around corners, you can feel the ass end kick out a little bit on you actually.
And
But it stays controlled.
Yeah.
The traction control, but I see the traction control light coming on though, which is nice. But I bet if
This keeps you in check, right?
I bet if you hit the right button,
Oh, yeah,
you do some fun things in the rain with this thing.
The one thing I did forget to mention is the
I love this. I love this gearbox.
yeah, gearbox is fantastic. But I was gonna
So
mention.
nice.
I was just gonna mention about the temperature, like the heating control, the climate control gauges. They're very cool. Like they're fully digital. You see all the numbers. It's a very modern look, right? So
Yeah, I like that they're tactile too.
Tactile, like they've done an excellent job. Just overall, very, very impressed. But my final thoughts on this car. First off, like I said, I've never taken a car like the car's review for another spin. So like, you know, what I mean by what does that mean for me is that I find this car very fun. There's no torque dip. Transmission feels amazing. It's a fun car to rev out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you can have fun and low. This does not need to be a high horsepower car because they nail the driving dynamics, right? The way you fuel the car, the noise of the car, when all that combines, you know, you don't need a 600, 400, 500 horsepower car. It's about having fun, and they nailed it. And I think if you're looking to get a fun car that's, you know, relatively, you know, cheap, and mind you, you have two back seats. They are useless, but you can get away with maybe, you know, if you have a toddler or a little one, you can
throw
get
a golf
away.
bag back there
Yeah,
too.
you can get it. You have that space. It's not practical, but you can make it practical if you want to really have this as your only car. You can do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It looks amazing. Interior's great. Overall, it's a fantastic car. I highly recommend to buy it.
Oh yeah.
If you're thinking about it, you get this now.
Oh yeah, you definitely get.
That's
this now.
that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts?
I would agree with you. The power to weight ratio is awesome in this car. You can, you know, if you bought a bigger vehicle, you'd need more horsepower just to do what you're doing in this thing, right? You got the same power to weight ratio as the STI, right? So great. I mean, it's hard to explain, but great value in this car. Wonderful fit and finish. Doesn't make noise when you don't get all the rattles and stuff. Like, for what you pay, this is really a great option. You're gonna be hard pressed to find performance for the money compared to what you're getting here.
I agree. This thing's amazing.
And
Absolutely amazing.
The fun. This thing's a lot of fun to drive. A lot of fun. But yeah. Thanks for coming, guys, and have a good one.
We'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.